There are places where history refuses to die, places where the walls remember, where every floorboard seems to hold the weight of unseen footsteps, where the darkness feels alive. Hidden among the quiet countryside of Rhode Island sits an ordinary farmhouse. By daylight it appears peaceful. By night, many believe it becomes something entirely different.
For decades, visitors have claimed to hear voices coming from empty rooms, children laughing where no children exist, doors opening by themselves, shadow figures silently watching from hallways. Some investigators have fled in terror. Others insist they were touched by invisible hands. And many say that whatever lives inside the house does not appreciate being disturbed. Tonight, we step inside one of America's most infamous haunted homes. This is the terrifying story of the Conjuring House. You're watching DreamWave Paranormal. Long before Hollywood transformed the property into one of horror's most recognizable locations, it was simply known as the Old Arnold Estate. Built in the early 1700s near Harrisville, Rhode Island, generations of families lived and died on the land. Death was never a stranger here. Historical records show numerous family members passed away from illness, accidents, and old age while living on the property. Children died tragically. Farm accidents claimed lives. Some deaths remain unexplained. Locals began whispering that the land itself carried a heavy energy. Whether these stories were merely folklore or something much darker remained unknown, until another family moved in. In 1971, Roger and Carolyn Perron purchased the farmhouse. Along with their 5 daughters, they expected a peaceful country life. Instead, they unknowingly entered what many paranormal researchers now consider one of the most documented hauntings in American history. The activity began almost immediately. Objects disappeared. Brooms moved on their own. Kitchen chairs shifted positions. Doors that had been securely locked somehow opened. Carolyn often discovered small piles of dirt mysteriously appearing on freshly cleaned floors. The family initially dismissed these events, but then came the voices. Soft whispers. Conversations no one could understand. Sometimes the voices called family members by name. The girls frequently heard someone walking upstairs after everyone had gone to bed. Yet every room would be empty, night after night. The footsteps continued. The Perron children each reported seeing apparitions inside the house. Some spirits appeared harmless. One elderly woman supposedly sat quietly in a rocking chair. Another spirit smiled at the children before vanishing. But not every presence felt peaceful. Several daughters described a dark figure standing silently in doorways. Its face remained hidden in shadow. It never spoke. It simply watched. Visitors later claimed to witness similar figures staring from upstairs windows. Paranormal investigators have reported seeing black masses moving through hallways before disappearing into walls. Some claim shadow figures have even been captured on security cameras during overnight investigations. Whether these images truly show spirits remains a matter of debate. But for those who experienced them, the fear was very real. No name is more closely connected to the Conjuring House than Bathsheba Sherman. According to local legend, Bathsheba lived nearby during the 1800s. Rumors accused her of practicing witchcraft after an infant under her care died from mysterious injuries. Although no court ever convicted her of murder or witchcraft, stories surrounding her grew darker with each generation. Some believed she cursed the land before her death. The Perron family eventually came to believe that Bathsheba's spirit remained inside the farmhouse. Carolyn reportedly experienced violent encounters. She described being scratched, poked by unseen forces, and feeling overwhelming hatred directed toward her. The family believed whatever haunted the home wanted Carolyn gone. As activity intensified, the Perrons contacted renowned paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. The Warrens spent time documenting reports from the family. Lorraine later described the atmosphere as overwhelmingly oppressive. She claimed she sensed multiple spirits occupying the property. During one gathering inside the house, Lorraine attempted what many describe as a séance intended to communicate with whatever remained. Witnesses later recalled the room becoming unnaturally cold. Furniture reportedly vibrated. Carolyn suddenly began speaking in an unfamiliar voice while her chair lifted from the floor. Whether interpreted as spiritual oppression or something else entirely, those present described the experience as deeply disturbing. The Perron family eventually asked the Warrens to leave, fearing the activity had grown even more dangerous. Decades later, the house continues attracting paranormal investigators from around the world. Many visitors claim electronic voice phenomena, known as EVPs, capture whispers responding intelligently to questions. Some report hearing footsteps following them through empty rooms. Others describe sudden cold spots despite warm temperatures. Investigators have claimed to record unexplained knocking from inside sealed walls. Motion detectors activate without visible movement. Flashlights reportedly switch on after direct requests. Some guests describe invisible hands brushing against their shoulders. Others leave with scratches that appeared during investigations. Several overnight visitors insist they awoke to someone standing beside their bed, only for the figure to vanish the moment they opened their eyes completely. These experiences remain among the reasons the Conjuring House continues to fascinate believers today. Perhaps every haunted location shares one thing in common. Evidence rarely convinces everyone. Skeptics see coincidence, believers see confirmation. But there is something difficult to ignore. Generation after generation, people who know nothing about one another continue reporting remarkably similar experiences inside the same house. The same footsteps, the same whispers, the same shadow figures, the same overwhelming feeling that someone or something is watching. Whether the Conjuring House truly serves as a doorway between worlds, or whether its secrets remain forever locked within its ancient walls, is something each visitor must decide for themselves. If these stories are true, whatever still lives inside that farmhouse has never left. If you enjoyed tonight's investigation into one of America's most haunted homes, subscribe to DreamWave Paranormal for more true paranormal mysteries, haunted locations, and chilling encounters reported by those who lived them. Until next time, sleep carefully